Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while now since we've seen this International featured on this channel, but as you can see, all the snow is gone and I've got almost all the parts I need to put the new drivetrain in. So today we're going to focus on getting rid of some of the old cross members and exhausts and stuff that are still in the way, and get everything we need taken care of so that we can drop in our new engine and transmission combo. It's been a little while since we've seen this truck on this channel, so you may notice that there's been some changes that I haven't talked about, like for example, both of those rear wheels are off and there's been some brake work done, but those will be things for future videos. Right now, we're just going to focus on what's under the hood. So what we're actually looking to deal with today is just to remove some of the things that are getting me in the way when we got to drop in our new engine and transmission. So first off, we have this exhaust, which is mostly intact, and you can see there's just two hangers holding him in the back, so that should be no problem to remove. The other big thing we've got is that cross member there, going from side to side. That was for the old International transmission. That definitely does not fit our new one, so that's going to have to get cut out. I think that is held in by, if I remember correctly, I want to say there might be up to 8 rivets holding that in. So I haven't decided if I'll pop the rivets and push it out, or if I might just cut that as close as I can get to the frame. We'll just kind of have to see for now. And then there's a few other things as well, like right there is our the old master cylinder that we won't be reusing. As well as you can see lots of little lines and dangly bits. We just want to clean all that up so that when we go to put in our new engine transmission, we don't have to deal with any of that. So just taking a look at the exhaust, it's pretty obvious how it hangs on. You can see there's just 2 bolts there that make up to a crude hanger that hold the exhaust. And there's only actually 2 of those that are connected. There's one there that's not connected to anything. And there's one more right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip those off real quick. You know, there's nothing else holding this on. It should come down really easily. And then I may hang on to those hangers. I think I'll probably end up with a dual exhaust coming out of the 454 on this. I haven't really made my mind up yet. So I'll hang on to those hangers there just in case I need them. But I don't suspect I'll end up using them again. So I've already got both the other exhaust hangers removed. I'm just going to work on taking this last one off now. And if you've seen any of the series at all, you probably know that one of my biggest complaints on this truck is that every fastener is a different size. It's just, you know, it's an old farm truck. Whatever they had for fasteners is what went on it. And yeah, this exhaust is no different. You know, some of them are 1/2 inch, some of them are 9/16. And one of them was sort of rusted over. I still have no idea what it was. So we'll just work on getting this guy out of there. Wasn't too bad. Okay, well, we've got our exhaust down now. It's just currently sitting under the truck. I'm probably going to leave it here at least for another couple of days until I do a dump run. That way it's not just sitting in my driveway. And off camera the other day, I also finished this guy. So this was the cross member. You can see where he attached on both sides there. Hope it's not too dark for you. He's sitting there on the ground. So the plan originally was just to grind some of these rivets off. You can see she's riveted in place there, and there. However, I ended up leaving it because you see the spring shackles, they actually go right up through here, and this cross member acts as a little bit of support for them. So I've decided to leave that cut just as it is now, just to go with a little bit of support there. And same thing on this side. A little bit extra support for that. I don't think I should have any issues here fitting the transmission or its new cross member in, even with that leaving there. I mean, it's about flush with the frame rails. I'll probably come back with a grinder and touch that up a little bit and paint it to keep it from rusting, but I feel a lot better with keeping that, keeping a little bit of extra strength there. So the next thing I'm going to do is, you can see here this master cylinder. I think that's going to be the next guy to go. I kind of wanted to leave that originally. I had some hopes that I'd maybe be able to save it or put in a new one, because I can still find these Wagner units new. You can see his product number there. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be room with the new transmission to have that guy there. And to be honest, I'm pretty certain at this point that we're going to go with a nice boosted system that'll come up. Well, it's under a tarp now, but it'll come up on the firewall there, and that means we can get rid of that guy. And underneath, you see him poking up there in the corner. Right, tip of my finger. There's also one of those remote boosters, so we'll be able to get rid of that too. So I do feel a little bit bad for it, but we're just gonna have to get rid of him. Cut him off, get rid of that pedal. And I think all the other wires, while we're under here, we may as well do them too. You see there's all kinds of brake lines and old 6-volt wires and little dangly bits. And yeah, some more, wow, that's thick gauge copper there. And some more booster lines, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of all of it right now. So we basically just got a clean, open chassis. That way I'm not fighting trying to get rid of it later or tempted to leave it. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna start on now. Okay, so I've got us under the truck now, just hooked up to the wide-angle lens. Apologies if you can see a little bit of blurriness over here. There's a small crack on this lens. Of course, the first thing I did when I got this phone last year was drop it. But it'll be good enough for right now. So just taking a look at this master cylinder, we can see that it's really securely attached to the truck. This is really quite heavy 3/8 anyway iron hooked up to this frame. So I don't want to cut through that. Ideally, what I'd like to do, get my hand in there, so you can see there's a couple of nuts up there, 2 more down below, and some up top. I think there's 8 in total that hold this really heavy bracket here onto the frame. Now, the issue is that if we try and take a look, our gas tank is right here. Well, one of our gas tanks. And it's flush enough to the frame that I can't really get my hand or tools onto it. So if these nuts try to spin, and I suspect that they will, then we're going to have to just sort of address that as it comes up, I guess. Especially these ones that go right there and right there. The guys up on top of the frame, yeah, let's just see the head of them. I can probably get a wrench on that. Maybe on the other side. And it's the same thing back here too. A little bit darker and a little bit harder to see. But you kind of get the point. So I may not film all that just because it's pretty cramped under here. I mean, it is nice to be able to squat underneath the frame rails of your truck, but for filming it's still not that great. So I'll bring us back when we just about got that guy removed, I think. So something I wanted to show off that I really haven't talked a whole lot about on this channel. It's this kind of material right here. So what this is the cross-section of the old cross member that we just removed. And if we take a look, we can see this sort of spongy black goop that was about twice this high originally. The Sawzall knocked quite a bit of it off. And what I think that is just old grime and especially engine oil mixed with dirt that has built up all over the truck. And in some ways, it's done a really good job of keeping parts of the frame and the cross members almost like undercoated, and has kept them in really good shape. So for that, I'm very thankful. But it's also a bit of a pain, because if we take a look at just up here, and this is just underneath of that of the brakes here, sorry, the master cylinder, there's actually nuts and other hardware. Like here's part of a bolt coming through the frame, and I need to be able to put a spanner on that and turn it, but I can't because it's covered in goop. And in fact, this whole area was covered in that same black goop, and same with the other side of the frame. So it's just kind of it's a catch-22. On one side, it's kept everything in really good shape, but on the other hand, I have spent hours already pounding and beating on that old grime to get it off there. And yeah, I've got 3 or 4 of these I've got to free up and figure out what size they are before I can even, you know, put a spanner on them. Hey, here we go. That did it. What am I missing? Holding it in. Hold it up. Yeah, he's totally loose there now. There we go. Nice. Well, that's it. I'll have to cut this pedal off here, I guess. It's gonna feel bad. I don't really like cutting pedals, but that's just sentimental value. Yeah, a few little lines. Yeah, we'll be in business. So a little bit of time has passed now, and I either didn't film or failed to find the rest of the footage for cleaning up between these frame rails here. but that doesn't really matter. There wasn't a whole lot less of interest anyway. After we pan over a little bit, you can just see the bottom of the engine and transmission. So those are going to come in the next video. I apologize for the sort of the quick end here. I thought I had a little bit more footage, turns out I don't, but I just wanted to put something out since it's been a little while. And this time of the year, you can see past my tires, it's quite green outside. This is, you know, kind of the nice season for us, so I'm a little bit more focused on actually putting the truck together than I am putting the videos out. So I'm a little bit behind the videos, but we have made quite a bit of progress with, well, that engine and transmission being installed, and a couple other little videos that are kind of in the pipeline as well. So being lots of work done. So yeah, apologize for that quick end, and hopefully the next couple of weeks I'll have another video edited for you, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.